Okay, here's the thing. I'm about to do something crazy. Like, I'm talking insane. I'm about to take Phil Dunphy's side. Now, listen to me closely. Am I fully taking his side? No, of course not. I still hate him. Am I mildly, kind of, sort of taking his side? Yes. I'm pretty sure this will still keep filming. Otherwise, we'll see what goes. Because my phone just told me that I had 20% battery left, which, like, feels like it's shaming me for my phone running out of battery because I've been filming a lot today. Whatever. So, here's why I am taking Phil Dunphy's side. There is an episode that people are asking me to talk about, and it's Phil Dunphy's birthday episode. And in Phil Dunphy's birthday episode, his first birthday episode in Modern Family, all he wants is to go get an iPad. Okay, the new iPad is coming out on the day of this man's birth, and he's like, Apple is giving me a present specifically. And he's planning on waking up at 4 in the morning, and he's planning on going out to the Apple store and waiting in line and getting an iPad, because that's the way that you got an iPad back then. And that's all he's planning on doing for his birthday. And Claire is terrible at giving presents. That's the one basis of Claire's character, where they're like, we can make Claire a terrible wife by making her nag Phil, but Phil's a terrible husband, so we have to do something else with this too. Ooh, I know. Phil will be a love bomber when it comes to giving gifts, and Claire will be really bad at giving gifts. So funny. So funny. Here's the thing, okay? Here's what we've got with this. Claire, in the first or second episode, maybe third of Modern Family, says that she wakes up at like 5 or 6 in the morning every morning to get the kids up and ready for school, okay? Claire wakes up, she takes the kids to school, she does all the things. She makes the lunches, she gets them ready, she makes them breakfast, all the things that a really good sitcom mom-housewife would do, okay? So, on this day, on Phil's birthday, when Claire says, no, the thing I'm going to get you for your birthday, because I do such a bad job at getting you presents every year, and you make sure I know how bad I am at getting you presents every year, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get you your iPad. And I know it sounds like I'm not taking Phil's side right now. I am. Give me a minute. And so she says that she's going to do that. And then she somehow, this woman who wakes up at 5 or 6 in the morning every morning, ignores her alarm and falls back asleep. And doesn't get Phil his iPad. So my issue with this episode from the start is that we're supposed to believe that Claire, who gets up super early every morning to go to the gym and take care of the kids and do everything in the house while Phil sleeps in, that Claire is the reason that Phil's not getting the iPad. Okay, whatever. Now, people want me to talk about the fact that Phil is such a little fucking bitch about the entire thing, okay? And I will gladly talk about it. I will gladly discuss it. Because Phil is a little bitch about not getting this iPad. Phil is such a little bitch about not getting the iPad. He acts like he's never going to be able to enjoy life again. He acts like he's never going to be able to feel joy again. Like this is it. Like this is his last chance at ever being something in this world. And that's pathetic and ridiculous. But it's his birthday. It's his birthday. And he had a plan, and his singular plan on his birthday was to go out himself and buy himself an iPad, because he knew how quickly they would sell out, because it was when iPads were like new and big and the big new thing, and I don't even think that you could pre-order them, so it was like first come first serve, and there were so many people that were going to be waiting in that line, and he knew that because Phil is a tech guy. Now someone remind me in the comment section to make a video about how Phil, one moment please, I'm so sorry, did I close the door on you? Come on. Okay. Now someone do me a favor and remind me to make a video on Phil's use of technology to shame Claire for not being technologically savvy enough. I will make a video on that. But Phil, it's his birthday. All he really wants is the iPad. He does not get the iPad that he was planning on going out and getting, okay? What I'm gonna bring up is a show I can't even remember the title of, okay? There was a character in the show, I think it's like an Australian or British show, where the character in the show is autistic and she's planning on going out to a Comic-Con, a comic convention. She's gonna dress in the outfit. She has the entire day planned and it's just gonna be her. And her girlfriend hears about that and goes, no, 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 I'm gonna go with you. And then for that entire day, while this girl has a set schedule for every single thing that she wants to do, the girlfriend doesn't understand that her autistic girlfriend has a set schedule for every single piece of this and acts like she's being ridiculous for wanting to leave at this exact time to catch this exact bus, to go to this exact place, to do this exact thing, and acts like the girlfriend should be really happy that she's there in general and grateful that she's there in general, while she actively tries to change every single plan that the girlfriend has for this day that she has planned out to a T. Am I saying that Phil is autistic? No. Am I saying that that's actually a really relatable thing where everyone takes the autistic girl aside and is like, she had the entire day planned, she knew what she wanted to do, she knew exactly how she wanted to handle it, she knew what her goal for that day was, and the girlfriend took it over and made it about her and did it wrong? Yes, everyone's on that girl's side. This is the one time where I'm kind of on Phil's side. Not fully on Phil's side, because again, he takes the being upset to a whole new level where he literally starts acting at some points, okay? He's acting like he's never gonna feel joy again, like he's never gonna be grateful for anything in his life ever again, like everything in his life has just gone wrong from this moment and that there will be no joy again. What I am also gonna say is that the years like 2009, 2010, Apple didn't have that many products back then, okay? Sure, now we're on Apple 16, Apple 17, iPhones, whatever. Back then, this was the iPad like 1, iPad 2. This was before they were doing machine after machine after machine after machine after machine, okay? There were still iPods available back then. There were better times. There were simpler times. You could buy an NV2, a phone with a keyboard attached. It would flip open and there would be a full-on QWERTY keyboard. I miss them so much. But I specifically remember, very specifically remember, in 2009, for some reason, that I can't explain, that I don't even understand now to this day, being a freshman in college and having, no, not 2009, sorry. I specifically remember in 2013 being a freshman in college and having an iPhone, and it was like my first iPhone, because that was when people were really starting to add iPhones and like Androids into their everyday life fully, and that's like, I upgraded from my NV2 to an iPhone, and it was like amazing and so exciting and so phenomenal. And the entire time, my freshman year roommate, who was a lot wealthier than I was, and it took me a really long time to realize that throughout freshman year, and her boyfriend were talking about how obsessively excited they were for the new iPhone update. And so we spent, all of us, like all of the kids in her boyfriend's friend group and all of the people in our friend group at that time, just trying to upgrade our phones with the iPhone upgrade because it was such a big deal that there was like new technology on it, okay? That's the time that we're in for this episode of Modern Family. So it's actually mildly reasonable that Phil is like, if I don't have the new iPad, I may never be able to get it. I may not be able to get it for 6 months, because this was when it was a really big deal for some reason that I still don't understand, to have upgrades on your phone and to have the new iPad and the new iPhone, because it was before they were making them new every year for no reason, because they're making them significantly worse every year. This was when they were still kind of almost sort of good. You get me? You feel me? You understand me? The year is 2009, maybe 2010. It was a different time. Now, does this give Phil an excuse to be a total little bitch the entire episode? You trust me too much. You trust me too much. You are fully falling back because you're asking for belly rubs, and I can still give you belly rubs if you would lean forward a bit. She doesn't care. Anyways, Phil acts for the entire rest of the episode like nothing will ever be happy again. I know I've said this like 17 times, but you don't understand how significantly stupid he is for this entire episode and how much he's shaming his wife and his kids while his wife is actively searching for a way to get him an iPad. And her kids are searching for a way to get him an iPad. But he's not grateful for any other gift that he gets that day. He's not grateful for anything that he receives. Is he right to be upset? Yes. Yes. Genuinely, yes. He had one plan for his birthday. He had one wish for his birthday, and his wife messed it up. Do I think it's reasonable, like logical, that his wife messed it up? No, the writers really weren't thinking in that moment. Do I think it's reasonable that he's upset that she messed it up? Yes. Do I think the way that he behaved for the rest of the episode was acceptable? No. He was acting like a 7-year-old who didn't get what they wanted, not a 40-year-old who didn't get what they wanted, okay? I'm about to, okay. Thank you, I love you. Sorry, she's heavy. Max is 6 pounds, Muffy is 18 pounds. I'm not size shaming my dog. She is still only 18 pounds, but like the one arm thing, very difficult to do. If I could hold her with 2 arms and have a 3rd arm to pet her belly, it would make my life easier, but she also doesn't like that. She specifically wants that hold, the baby hold, if you will. Now, this all being said, Phil is an asshole. You know that I think that Phil is an asshole. You know that I hate Phil Dunphy with all my heart and soul. You know that I really don't think that Phil Dunphy has that many redeemable moments in the show. Like, I can list more times where I will defend Ross Geller than I can list times that I will defend Phil Dunphy. Because there just aren't that many times that you can defend Phil. There are a lot of times and a lot of reasons that you can defend Ross for some reason. Most of them surrounding the lesbians and the homophobia in the writing surrounding the lesbians, but still defendable Ross Geller moments, okay? Okay, you can't defend Phil Dunphy that much, but when I can defend Phil Dunphy, I am going to defend Phil Dunphy for the sole reason of proving that I'm not biased in my hatred, which is important for me to have all of you understand. I am not that biased in my hatred. When they do okay things, I will say they do okay things, but when they do especially shitty things, I will shit all over them. All being said, on Phil's birthday episode, would I have behaved mildly the way that he behaved by the end of the episode? Potentially. But I'm 29. And like, I've had some shitty birthdays in my life. Phil Dunphy is an only child who was raised by parents who were a little too adoring and who has never experienced sexual harm in his life, as we learned throughout the show. Phil Dunphy is a person who does not know how to actually handle his emotions ever, which is why every time there's an emotional episode, he does it wrong. Now, when I'm saying does it wrong, I'm not shaming him emotionally. I'm saying that every emotion that he feels could be healed with a bit of therapy, but that's never going to happen because Modern Family actually has something hardcore against therapists, which is why the only 2 therapy episodes that we really get to see in Modern Family revolve around Cam self-healing in therapy and being told that he'll never need therapy ever again, which makes literally no fucking sense. And then just them hiring a woman who wrote a really bad therapy book to therapize them, but she does it wrong and then she leaves. This all being said, the one time I can really defend Phil Dunphy for having the emotional feelings that he does is when his birthday goes wrong. Because everyone deserves to have a birthday that they really want to have. And the one thing that he wanted to do on his birthday was go buy an iPad. And if he had just been allowed to go buy the iPad, or if Claire had just gone with him to go buy the iPad, it would have been a completely different scenario than Claire falling asleep and not getting him the one thing that he wanted and specifically asked for his birthday, which is a completely different scenario. So do I still hate Phil Dunphy? Yes. Will I defend him in this one episode? Yes. Did he still take it way too far for no reason and act like he was gonna die for not having an iPad? Yes. Should his kids have had to work that hard to make their dad's birthday so good when he actively does not do anything for them ever unless it benefits him? Yes. So like, I can be fair. And I think people forget that sometimes when they say that I think that I take things, like when they say that I'm taking the show too seriously, or whether they're saying that I'm just biased because I hate Phil Dunphy too much, I can be fair. It's just that Phil doesn't have that many good moments. And I stand by it. You see the smug look on my face? Can't wipe it off. I'm so sorry. It's so smug. Okay. Love you. Bye.